Far away from the eyes of a noisy world, the venerable Baron von Drac created his private retreat. Not with the needs of guests in mind, but for his need for artistry and his appetite for the unusual and extraordinary. Now exclusively open for a handful of illustrious visitors, and you are invited. Explore the lush Komorebi forest, or unwind with a cup of tea and biscuit in the Enchanted cottage. Perhaps, if you feel adventurous, you will find hidden and rare species to take home to your zoo. The journey is up to you. Welcome to Terra, Anima. Hey everyone, Sparrow here. Thank you for joining me on this tour of Baron von Drac's estate. I really don't know what else to call it. It is honestly like walking through a dream. It is just absolutely stunning. And if you can count how many times I say wow in this video, it's probably a lot. We are starting at the guest entrance. We have these gorgeous pools. You just saw an aviary for some sort of purple bird. I'm not exactly sure what kind. But look at the details even just in this opening walkway. The crumbling walls, everything feels so old. Lots of moss and overgrown foliage everywhere. And then as soon as we walk up this staircase, we get to the front gate. And oh my goodness, it is fascinating. Such a gorgeous style, all of those statues. Some of them in-game, but most of them made out of art pieces and various other small things that we have in-game. It's wow. And it frames this image so nicely too. We can see quite a few kind of seashell shaped buildings in the distance, and we will go check those out, but I am momentarily distracted by this Nile lechwe, I believe it is, just wandering in the field. Very exotic animal for someone to have on their estate, but I guess if they have this much money and also all of these palm trees, then why not? Oh, and there's a whole herd of them too. Now as we walk up here, we'll just hop over the stepping stones. And wow, once again, just this statue and this staircase up to that gorgeous viewing area. I love these little turtle statues as well. And this adorable turtle topiary made of, I think, flower beds. I do know what a lot of these structures are made out of. It's pieces you would never think to use this way, but I think I'm going to leave the magic here, because we're going to pretend that this is a dream that we're walking into. Just look at all of those details. Lost to a world in which I crave no part, I sit alone and listen to my heart. Pleased with my little corner of the earth, glad that I came, not sorry to depart. Gorgeous quote for this area. We have a seat where we can just laze the day away, and then a beautiful view up to that castle, I want to call it, and even this peek through to that statue. We're going to take a short detour and fly on up to that building, because inside we have this beautiful painting studio. I don't know if this is Baron von Drac specifically, and maybe his wife, but those paintings look so good. And then we also have the Easter egg room. There are quite a few extra animals, building piece animals, in this file. I don't think I found all of them, but these ones are here. Next, as we walk down the hill, we see this gorgeous rotunda standing on the edge of a flamingo lake. Very overgrown, very lush. This is such a pretty spot. And then all of these custom trees as well. Just wow. Then up the path we have a statue garden. I'm assuming most of these are Greek gods, goddesses, maybe some philosophers. I do know that Drac likes his philosophy, so that would make sense. This could be Apollo with the bow over here. And then this beautiful building. I love the domes. I don't know what you used. And then this scene of a satyr chasing a nymph. I'm assuming because of the leaves she's holding. Which means that we can now head into the Komorebi forest. I love these custom trees. They're so big. Love those silver ferns just hanging onto that. And then all of the mist in the background gives it this very swampy feel. The sound of the water going by. And we can see some of those domes in the background still. And up ahead, this is just mind-blowing. If we get our angle just right, we can peek through and see the Enchanted cottage up there. On the other side of the pathway, we have a few deer. And further on down the pathway, there are even more animals hiding out in this gorgeous forest, including the elusive red-crowned crane, the rare albino capybara, and the mystical white stag, as well as the gorgeous albino peacock. Finally, we have arrived at the Enchanted cottage, and I think it might be time for some tea and biscuits right away here. We have an adorable mailbox and then a flower field off in the distance, as well as a flower garden right in front of us. And are those rope piece flowers? Very, very clever. I love all of the colors on the front of this cottage. It's just so bright, it's so beautiful. And the interior is entirely decorated as well, and just wow. The beams on the ceiling. Look at the tablecloth, it has like 3D flowers coming out of it. The cakes, the coffee cup. The striped wallpaper and those sunflower images. Is that a pumpkin flipped upside down as a poof? All of this decor is very, very beautiful. It really fits the style of this building. And these squirrels having a tea party, that's really cute. Dolls and taxidermy kind of freak me out sometimes, but I think this is looking so good. All of the images on the wall, the spinning wheel, and then a small garden outdoors. We have a clothes hanging line, a beehive made of a basket, also very clever. And even from here, our view of the Komorebi forest is stunning. Down the road, we have a waterfall with a koi pond and a beautiful mural, as well as some albino wallabies. And then even further down, the ruins of a temple of some sort. Almost looks like the Leaning Tower of Pisa on the side there. And some gharials hanging out in this pond. I was very surprised to find these here. I had no idea they were in here. Down this road, we enter an arch, and as we round the corner, I believe these are glowworms. Yes. just hanging from the ceiling. I love the purplish light that they give off. This is a very interesting place. Some glowing mushrooms, I love that. And adaptation to darkness lies in the eye of the beholder. Oh yeah, we can see that the nocturnal animals have larger eye sockets. I linger yet with nature, for the night hath been to me a more familiar face than that of man, and in her starry shade of dim and solitary loveliness I learned the language of another world. Love me some Lord Byron. Wow. This is straight up like a seashell palace up on this hill. That is... I'm running out of descriptors. Just marvelous. Just a close-up look. I love the conch shell details of this building. And inside, it looks like we have some aquariums. Also very cool to see all these building piece fish. Some clownfish. Some tangs. That's about the extent of my fish knowledge. And on this other side, yep, I want to make sure that we're not missing anything. Some coral. I love the fossils up above. Some jellyfish. And this art piece is very cool. Looks like waves crashing onto some rocks. Oh my god. Wow, you are kidding me. I am actually speechless. Holy smokes. The colors, the fact that it's all round shapes, this is... wow. I don't know how you managed to do this. Oh, and that entire back wall is actually a massive aquarium. There's some manatees in there. This is incredible, Drac. Thank you so much for asking me to tour this, because, like, wow. And if you can tell me how many times I said wow in this video in the comments, please do. Thank you for joining me on this tour of Terra Anima, and I will see you next time. Bye.